You see this difference? Opera is one.
So we back. Kids again, stand up. Yes, sir. Then plus double O and ain't talking about agent. Yeah, I know we do our third video. This ain't that new. Yeah. We back again with the let's see. The trilogy of motherfucking Danny Burke. And joining these cults. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be reacting to it. Let's get it. What's this, like the fifth video?
So before this video starts, I just want to say this video is for educational, documentary purposes and is allowed on YouTube. We don't support anything the cult is saying, and we're just trying to shed light and get the information out there. So hopefully it can help someone, save someone, and just take down this disgusting, evil cult for good. But let's get into the video. So to recap, YouTuber Reckless Ben and I, we've been infiltrating the same cult that we did in California called the 12 Tribes, but we ended up flying all the way to Colorado to re-infiltrate the cult with fake names and a fake back.
Colorado. You know what I'm saying? You get it? Colorado.
Story.
I'm Bob.
Hi, I'm Logan.
What's your name?
I'm Harry, but I go by Papa H.
Okay.
Even though they were skeptical about our names and our backstory, somehow they let us spend the night. And we were having the most insane one-on-one conversations with our cult roommate.
There is eternal punishment that's eternal for the nations.
But somehow we pulled off our first night at the cult. I couldn't even really sleep, but now it's the next morning.
I was awake for the whole night. I literally couldn't sleep. I was too busy making TikToks to sleep last night. Cap. And I was just really excited for the day. But yeah, we have no spy camera gear, so I don't know how we're gonna film them, but we're just gonna send it.
In the previous two episodes, they caught onto our spy glasses.
So have a camera.
So I deleted my entire presence off social media. And basically, to sum it up, they're extremely skeptical of us, especially the glasses that I switched spy glasses I was filming. So these are not actually the spy glasses, but they're still skeptical of them. So I decided to make a TikTok with one of the cult members just to prove that these are in fact just sponsorship glasses. They're not actually here to spy on them, just to kind of put them at ease a little bit.
What up, TikTok? Men and women have different jobs. The men have to be strong and leaders, and the women have to look up to the men and be in the kitchen and submissive to their man. Buy my glasses, link in the description for 99% off. Buy my glasses, link in the description for 99% off. Buy them today. Dude, I get $1,000 per TikTok I make.
Wow. So that's pretty much what it is for y'all doing a bunch of videos of different things.
So Ben's just going to keep playing to his character. He's a TikToker, but he believes everything that the cult believes. He's like the person that the cult's going to love. Papa H. They don't like me very much.
He's pretty obnoxious and really intense in ways.
But now every single morning, the cult gathers for the daily menha, where they worship Yahshua, they do culty dances, and they say what they're thankful for.
I'm a virgin, and I'm proud of it. I think you were super paranoid about the spy watch because you said people were looking. So we decided to film on Lydia's spy pen today.
So Ben wanted to come up with the most amazing speech, but to do that, we had to dig up some evidence to pull this off.
Before we did our infiltration, we found this FBI article. I guess the FBI did a full infiltration also, and found out that the children are all being like sexually exploited. I've actually had a lot of phone calls since this of a lot of like ex-cult members who have come out and talked to us, basically confirming this.
The sexual side of stuff there is really, really, really weird.
The guys would just force themselves on some other girl or something?
Oh yeah, so that's like super common. The girl, she was like 13. I noticed that him doing like really inappropriate things with her.
How old was this guy?
He was like 35.
So 35 doing that to a 13-year-old.
One line.
Remind you, he's 22 years older than her, doing that to a 13-year-old.
In the FBI document says, because of this, herpes and hepatitis are prevalent within the 12 tribes. So I thought the best thing I can do to help the situation is to introduce them to my newest sponsor. My name's Bob. I showed up to the Yellow Deli last week. Basically here with my business partners, Logan and Papa H. Anyways, we make these things called TikToks. I want to thank Papa H. He actually got me a big sponsor recently. I was kind of against it at first, but basically with the sponsors, it's like we see that society is kind of going downhill, and you can see that, and that's kind of the whole reason we're here. Is like it's not good what
basically the outside world's doing. And everything's getting dirtier, everything's getting worse. It's getting dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. There's more diseases out there. Everyone's sharing diseases. And so basically I was kind of against it, but Papa H finally convinced me to get this sponsor that can help keep people clean. So I actually brought a sample for you guys. I can pass them out.
Maybe we can talk about that another time.
What?
Maybe that could be something we talk about after.
Oh no, but it's
Yeah, no, that's not appropriate yet.
Tahini mild
That man whipped out some condoms. Oh my god.
hot sauce, Tahin chamoy sauce. They're both craveable.
Oh no, it's to keep everyone safe though.
I think this is a good time to thank our sponsor, Condoms. Thank you for keeping us safe.
You hear what I'm saying? This is not here. Not the time for that.
But
We'll talk about that after.
we can talk about it later. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was against it first at 2, but Papa H made a convincing argument that like everyone should be clean.
We have a better convincing argument. This is our home.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't want to be.
It's out of respect. We like you. We just maybe that for later.
Okay, did I get the wrong size or?
Can you catch what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. But I don't know. It's supposed to be like a positive thing. Like we don't want anyone to get sick and stuff. And
So then Papa H had to chime in and try to make this less awkward.
I think like you were saying, like my name's praised in the world, so I think we're just trying to learn here. Like he was saying, like we'd be praised for that.
We appreciate your intent.
So then Ben went completely off script and played the feel bad for me card.
I'm fed up with my life, and I'm not in a good place right now, and I want to be able to get into a good place. And whatever I have to do to get there, I'm ready to do it.
But it turns out, Ben, like some of the cult members actually liked your speech.
I really liked what Bob had to say. It wasn't just that. There was intent, purpose, and anyway, I loved what you had to say.
But some of the other members wanted to be more passive-aggressive on talking about how using condoms to prevent diseases is a bad thing by God, because God would just rather have them have the diseases, I guess.
How it really causes us to be ways our Father does not like, that He truly hates. And we ultimately love what He loves and hate what He hates. Take on His heart, His mind, His way. Welcome. If you're really willing to do His will, really thankful you're here.
So it's a bummer they didn't accept the condoms, but it gets a little more awkward because after the men hop, one of the cult members asked us to go outside and just wanted to talk to us, explaining how he really didn't like Ben's speech.
Just to, this isn't really a forum to kind of bring a sponsor kind of thing, first of all. We actually have a mind about birth control and about we have a way of understanding these things.
So they're just trying to convince us that whatever they believe is the right way. But at least our cover's not blown.
I heard you were filming that with your pen.
Huh?
That you were filming that with your pen, is that true? Because
no. I spoke too soon.
You're kind of filming and you kind of stood over there. I'm just asking. Someone said, hey, she was filming that whole thing with her pen. Can we see your pen?
Yeah, it's literally just a pen.
Is that true? I'm not saying it's true, just someone said that. I just want to ask. It's weird.
But like the spy pen, even though it is a spy pen, it still works as a pen. Like you can still use it as a pen. So I think she just gets it out and just starts drawing on the paper.
Sorry, I was just doodling. I got a little bit bored. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's not weird, actually. We've dealt with it.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
People come here, they film it, they act all like, oh yeah, we want to learn about you all, and then they come put a news report out about how evil we are.
It's totally common.
They're probably talking about our series because, like, they did find your YouTube channel in California. They probably told every single location at 12 Tribes, hey, be on the lookout for a guy named Ben.
Yeah, this is a common thing that happens now. People come in here and try and take us down.
So it seems like we talked our way out of that, but it seems like now they're having a problem with Lydia.
So even the way you're dressed is a little inappropriate, and they asked you, hey, can you put some pants on or something? And
Oh, I'm
you
sorry.
didn't really weren't willing
No,
to.
because somebody asked me. They were like, "Are you cold?" And I said, "No." Oh, I'm okay right now. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
They were trying to be kind about, but really we dress modestly here.
So in the outside world, you guys would think what Lydia was wearing is appropriate, but in the cult eyes, she's a slut. Is that bad to say? In the cult eyes, they would take it as it's really slutty what she's wearing, and it's really not at all. It's very appropriate.
Why is it?
Look good as hell like that. Oh, bro.
It's a problem.
It's a little inappropriate.
Oh, they don't like that because they be getting
Well, it's our property.
It's our
It's
property.
just our way. It's our culture. This property is actually part of a different nation than the United States of America. We're not even in the United States anymore. Oh, really?
What the freak? Dude, Dude, what is he talking about? That's not, what? They're in the United States.
Well, he's claiming they're not in the United States because
that doesn't make any sense, Ben.
They see everything else that's not them as evil. So they're like, oh, well, we're not to be a part of a country that's evil. We're our own country.
I mean, really, for here, we would say anything above the elbows and above the knees is like showing your nakedness, according to the scriptures.
Yeah, Lydia's really naked right now.
Lydia wanted to stand up for herself, and they didn't like that, though.
Sorry, I just feel more comfortable, in my own clothes.
We don't really appreciate it. This is above your knees. This is too much.
I guess she is naked, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you all.
Oh, well, at least he appreciates us.
But we don't mind correcting each other and adjusting each other because we came from the same place you did.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Like a second ago, he just says they're part of a different nation. They're not even part of the United States.
This property is actually part of a different nation than the United States of America. We're not even in the United States anymore. Oh, really?
But now he's saying we come from the same place? What? This guy's story is not matching up. Then Papa H wanted to start making it about himself, so he started talking about his TikTok.
Because I have a lot of followers on my TikTok.
Papa H got 2.3 million. That's what I'm saying. When I'm out and people recognize me, you think like they love me, Yeah. But then here, I'm listening, I'm like, Papa H can't be Papa H, So it's a big commitment because I thought I was doing something good in the world, but like I was listening in God's eyes, that's not right, so...
I just know Satan sought his own glory, so there's probably a trap. You gotta be careful because you get all these followers, and Satan, he loves to get glory for himself. So there's this glory coming to you, and there could be a trap in it where you just fall in love with yourself and always think yourself, I'm so great, look at me. So many people fall in this trap.
Yeah, you're falling into a trap, Papa H, because these TikToks you make are evil.
Papa H here, if you're a woman and think you need to be in the kitchen, it's 2022 now. You can do whatever you want. No one's forcing you to be in the kitchen. If you want to be in the kitchen, be in the kitchen, but no one's forcing you to. How can I be a bad person? I'm standing up and helping so many people for what's right in the world. I think women should be allowed to vote.
I'm not promoting sex before marriage. I'm just promoting if you were going to have sex for marriage, why not at least be safe?
Which might make sense out there. And here it's just totally different. And you can learn about it because it's awesome.
Wait. Oh, what? From the FBI document that we read. So you want to have herpes?
What's going on here is clean and wholesome and it's awesome.
So herpes is awesome and clean? So then one of the cult members just said,
my wife and I, we didn't even hold hands until I said, will you marry me? She said yes, and our hands were placed in one another by others. And from that point we held hands, but that was it.
Wait a second. Didn't we see him on day one holding hands with Lydia doing the culty dances?
The logic started to not make sense. So I guess we cleared it all up, and
they invited us to breakfast.
You want to eat breakfast? We could just have some breakfast.
Yes,
too.
I am hungry.
So we're having breakfast, and it seems like everything's going well until one of the members asked Ben.
So you've recorded videos since you've been here with us classes?
You're not in a position here to squirm. You really need to be honest right now. It's not a good time. No, don't go anywhere right now. Just stay here.
Well, I guess I got to leave it on that cliffhanger. You're gonna have to find what happens on the next episode.
I guess this one may get caught again. But another quote. Anyway. Now we're about to go to the other video.
Money makes the world go round. Crypt the world.
Everything film starts with my Dell. It allows me a platform to dream without boundaries.
Come back.
Okay, you guys are kind of scaring me.
Well, you should be scared.
Before this video starts, I just want to say this video is for educational, documentary purposes and is allowed on YouTube. We don't do anything this cult is saying. We're just trying to shed light and get the information out there. So hopefully we can help someone, save someone, and just take down this disgusting, evil cult for good. But Let's get into the video. So to recap, YouTuber Reckless Ben and I, we've been infiltrating the same cult that we did in California called the 12 Tribes, but we flew all the way to Colorado to re-infiltrate it with fake names and a fake backstory.
I'm Bob.
Hi, I'm Logan.
What's your name?
I'm Harry, but I go by Papa H.
Okay.
But in the last episode, they ended up questioning Lydia about her pen.
I heard you were filming that with your pen.
Huh?
That you were filming that with your pen, is that true?
No.
I mean, it was a spy pen. She was secretly filming them, but obviously we're not going to admit that.
Can we see your pen?
Yeah, it's literally just a pen.
Is that true? I'm not saying it's true, just someone said that. I just want to ask. It's weird.
So the last episode ended when they invited us to breakfast.
You don't eat breakfast? We could just...
That shit was a setup the whole time.
Yes, I am hungry.
They believed our fake story about the pen. They don't think we're filming. And yeah, we're going to go have some breakfast.
Oh, bananas. I love bananas.
But when we were at breakfast, we weren't using any spy cameras. And so now we audio on our phones. So we're having breakfast and it seems like everything's going well. And then that same guy comes back over and says,
"Can we see that pen? We want to believe you, but we just didn't look at it ourselves."
So for some reason, he had to come back and question us about the pen again, but not just question us. He wants to literally take the pen and check it out himself. And Lydia was super smart. She put the actual pen that she was filming with in her backpack. But we have 6 spy pens. So she took out another spy pen that had a brand new SD card on it. So they opened the pen. But even though there's an SD card on there, we feel like we're clear because if you look at the SD card, we really weren't filming because it's a brand new SD card.
I wasn't filming though. I have it, but I used it right.
So now at this point, they're really trying to question us. And it's getting more aggressive and aggressive. They're even threatening to call the sheriff.
This isn't a threat, but we can even call the sheriff's office. We don't know what you recorded last night. We don't want 2.3 million people to see all that data.
So when he's saying the 2.3 million followers, he's talking about Papa H's TikTok. Because I told them I have 2.3 million followers. We ended up photoshopping a fake TikTok account.
Look at my cranky ass fake Photoshop. Alright, let's go.
That is Papa H's TikTok with that many followers. And so they actually believe that.
I think in their eyes, they're thinking that these spy cameras we're using are going to be for your TikTok account. But they are pretty sure at this point that we're using the spy cameras to capture what they're saying for our social media pages.
So Lydia wanted to make them feel at ease. So she's like, you just take the SD card. Yeah, we want them to take it because there's nothing on that SD card.
You're happy if you want. You're happy to take the card.
But they actually had a different response.
Can I have the part right though? You can take the part out if you want.
So at this point, we're getting super interrogated. They took the pen. It's getting very uncomfortable. So we got to figure out a way to talk our way out of this. And Ben and I and Lydia, we can't have a conversation. They're all right there. So Ben's just going fully off script. He's just going to make something up on the spot. And we're just going to have to go. I didn't know he was going to do this.
We're going to come out and confess, but at the same time, I don't want to confess that we're secretly filming them with the glasses, the spy pen and stuff, because then they're just going to throw us out. So this is the story I come up with.
I'll be completely honest with you. So he told us that he wanted us to come here on a special mission, and
you hearing this?
He told you to come here on a special mission?
Yeah, he didn't tell us what for. You know what I mean? He just said just go take 2 TikToks.
So this is when our fake manager Mike, it's just a random name we came up with. He's going to start coming into the conversation.
Their manager. Mike sent them to the Yellow Deli.
He gave us the glasses.
So if you saw the first episode of when we were in Colorado, we told them we were TikTokers that got flown out by the same manager. And we just met each other like last week.
We all have the same manager, so we just came out here. Oh, okay. Yeah. Manager?
His name's Mike. I don't know if you've heard of him. He basically manages a bunch of TikTokers, and you know what TikTok is?
I've heard of it.
But yeah, that's basically our job right now is we make different TikToks, and our manager put us all together.
We thought we can play this Mike manager card. Yeah, in reality, it's just a way to shift blame onto our manager so we can gain their trust back and, keep infiltrating them.
Basically what he said is this mission will make us a lot of money, and he just kept on stressing the importance of the mission, and it's if we fail, we're not getting any money.
It's funny because I have no idea what Ben's going to say next, but you just got to go with it because he's just making this up on the spot.
He said, might be being used. Let me just say real quick, we're for you,
but we're deeply concerned about this mission.
So it seems like they're understanding it, and, you know, Ben wanted to apologize.
Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this to you. I'm so sorry.
Now they're going to try to make us feel bad by saying, like, you have a conscience, like, do the right thing.
We're made to have a conscience. Even if you're not a believer, your business is promoting things that are inappropriate. Like, you never be posting videos of yourself like that.
Yeah, your TikToks that you make are so inappropriate.
Papa H here. If you're a woman and think you need to be in the kitchen, it's 2022 now. You can do whatever you want. No one's forcing you to be in the kitchen. If you want to be in the kitchen, be in the kitchen, but no one's forcing you to.
It's funny because they genuinely think that, like, the horrible, hateful things they believe are actually, like, the things that God's telling them are, like, good things to. They actually believe that there's something inside of us that is just gonna, like, feel horrible for, like, the TikToks that you're making, you know what I mean?
I think women should be allowed to vote. So we think we're doing a good job, like, trying to cover up this awkward situation, but, I mean, they still keep questioning us, and it gets way worse when they start asking us if we were in San Diego at the Vista location, infiltrated in California. Now they're questioning us about it.
What about?
Drop your drawers. Get to
Did you all go to Vista?
California. Now they're questioning us about it.
What about Vista, California? Did you all go to Vista?
Where's Vista?
Just to answer. Did you go to our community?
I live in Hawaii.
I told them that Papa H lives in Hawaii, and I'm like, no, I live in Hawaii. I've never been there. But obviously, this is just speculation. Like, they don't have actual proof that we were the ones infiltrating California. So that was the end of that convo. But then they start asking about the spy glasses on day one when Ben first arrived with the glasses.
No, I wanted to go to him. It'd be good to see him too.
But it was getting so intense that, like, Lydia was smart enough to whip out her phone, and it's obviously not the best angle, but at least we got, like, a little bit of visual going.
But she's still on the glasses.
I can give them to you, but
I'm going with Ben's lead. He's going fully off script, like I said. I'm so nervous, but, you know, we're going with it.
So you video since you've been here with those glasses?
I mean, maybe.
No, it's a yes or no question. It's simple.
So we're still going on with the storyline of, like, we have no clue if any of these things are secretly recording. Like, if they are, like, we'll give them to you and you can find out yourselves, but we're innocent here.
You're not in a position here to squirm. You really need to be honest right now. It's not a good time.
So now it's getting really intense. Like, they're really questioning us. It's getting scary. And so who's going to step up and make up the next lie?
Well, okay, well, what he told me is, he was like, Logan, you should go to this place, Bob.
When you say this place, what did he call it? Or what is he saying, the Yellow Deli or something else?
He told me it was a farm. And then he said, he was like, oh, you should go check it out. And he was saying that, you know, it is very important socially to go check it out because there's might be a lot of things you want to speak on it because he was telling me, like...
And then Lydia kind of just goes to town, like, calling them out on, like, everything they believe in.
That you guys are racist and you hate Asians. And
this triggers them to call the sheriff on us.
And that I don't know. And then he was saying,
and now Lydia just keeps calling them out.
And then he said you guys started a fire.
That's actually true, though. Apparently they did start a fire. They actually did talk about a little bit of the fire.
We had a fire a year ago and burned our garden. We went 7 miles down the road and burned 1,080 houses. It's the worst house fire in the history of Colorado. The FBI closed this whole area off, shut all the power off.
Oh, the FBI got involved too.
Oh, yeah.
Boulder County Sheriff acknowledged this week that the property connected to a religious sect is part of the Marshall Fire investigation. That group is called 12 Tribes.
But back to them interrogating us, and we're just going with our fake story.
Okay, so you're on a specific mission for a specific
No, he just told me. He didn't tell me what I had to do. He said you should come there and see if you want to write about it, you know, or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm just so confused at this point. Like, we didn't strategize what we're saying. So Ben's saying something different. Lydia's now, like, calling them out. Like, what is going on now? And then the guy says he's going to call the sheriff. So now...
That's kind of a curveball when Lydia said that.
Yeah. And then I'm like, dude, they're calling the sheriff. Like, I got to get out of here. Because you were telling me in your Scientology series that the police officer told you if you get arrested, they're going to take all your spy cameras.
If you are arrested, the camera will also be confiscated. If you take the camera, what happens to the footage? You would lose it.
and that means all your footage will be gone. I'm like, dude, I gotta get out of here because like we brought my hard drive, we had our computers, we had everything. Like we would have been so caught if the sheriff showed up. And so like I wanted to leave. So I ended up just like, dude, I'm just gonna book it to the room we slept in and I'm gonna get my luggage and I'm out of here. And the guy like confronted me and he was like,
oh, don't go anywhere right now. Just stay here.
I'm allowed to go.
No, you all have violated.
I'm gonna respectfully leave.
Well, I think you all have violated our trust.
So I didn't care. I just went into the room that I slept in, got my luggage, I walked out, and when we went back to the Colt in California, Ben told me to blame everything on him.
Ben was basically blackmailing me and manipulating me.
And so when I walked out, I just wanted to be like,
bro, screw me over. I'm out of here. You set me up.
So I left, but you'll see me back in a little bit. But now Ben and Lydia have to deal with this interrogation now.
I'm just afraid that he's not going to pay us now. This is over.
We're not really worried about whether you get paid for coming here and violating our home. We're not really worried about that. Actually, what we're really worried about is whether you're going to actually be able to recover from such a thing where you go directly against the conscience that's in a human being.
So I guess it's against the conscience that's in a human being to take down racism, to take down anti-Semitism, to take down homophobia. That goes against the conscience, and we're never going to be able to recover because we've done these terrible acts now.
If there's a God out there that actually supports racism and stuff like that.
We're going to hell, Danny.
Yeah.
We're going to hell. But Lydia decides to question them on if they have the correct opinion on what our conscience is saying.
Okay, but is it in good conscience to be racist and like do child abuse and stuff though? You know what I mean?
We don't know because we're not racist and we don't abuse children.
You guys specifically told me, and I have it on video, that black people are only here to be slaves to white people.
What's that thing over there?
You don't abuse children. Well, then what are all these FBI documents? The whole FBI document actually is just on the kids being physically and sexually abused.
We also have proof in California of them talking about the child abuse.
Evil is bound in the heart of a child, and the rod drives it far from him.
And the idea of spanking your children, as a form of discipline.
We have ex-members coming out about it.
I was 2 and my family joined.
Would you say it got so bad where like it went from just a normal spank to like where it's like, okay, this is not really a spank anymore?
Yeah, definitely. They want to hide that even from other members because they want it to still look a certain way. Some people like would whip you so hard, even like a small spanking was like really bad.
It's all with the rods too. Like it's not just with their hands, it's all with the rods.
Yes, it's all with the rods.
If we look at the evidence, it's pretty obvious what's happening.
I think they're just saying this because I feel like they still think they're being recorded, so they have to say that.
Oh, so they're like, oh, well now Reckless Ben has on video that racist because we said so, and everything that we say is the truth because what we say is what God says.
Yeah, but luckily we have receipts.
We live with Asians, we live with blacks, Mexicans, we live with people probably don't even know their origin. We all live together, we're a family, look into it.
This sounds like back in the day when there was like slave owners. The slave owners would be like,
yeah, we're not racist. We live with our slaves.
And so we live on the same property as our slaves. That's proof we're not racist. I mean, the same logic applies here. Like, just because you live on the same property as someone doesn't mean that you can't also like treat them when you treat yourself, you know, like because of the color of their skin, something that they can't even control. They're so like closed off from society that like they can't even comprehend that. So now we've proven them wrong in pretty much everything. They're going to go back to speaking to our conscience because in their mind, our conscience really knows the correct thing to do.
You're in a pretty difficult place. You know, it's like what we're saying here is like, so your own eternal destiny is what's really on the line, one way or the other. And this is the place where we're being saved from these kind of underhanded ways. We're being saved, but we're coming into the honesty before our Creator. So there's hope for you. There's lots of hope for you if you could humble yourself and just be forthright and come totally clean.
We're being saved from all those people that want to destroy racism, and we're gonna be able to be racist again, and God's gonna love us for that. I mean, that's genuinely like what they're saying right now to us.
This mission, you know, it's underhanded. And we understand, we know how it works, do anything you can. That's why they make pens and glasses and all this stuff. We know that, we've been down that road a million times.
This is why they make pens and glasses. The sole reason for pens and glasses
is to secretly record you guys and put secret cameras in just to try to take down 12 tribes, for sure.
This has been confirmed by a lot of other members that have reached out to us, but these guys literally think that they are the center of like the entire world and the whole world is out to get them because they know the truth. Well, in reality, it's just like the whole world's not to destroy you guys. You guys are just annoying because like racist people and like homophobic, it's just annoying to have you around. So like, yeah, every once in a while someone's gonna go in and like make fun of you guys. You guys are easy to make fun of.
It's nothing new to us, you know? Everybody saw it last night, the glasses especially. Really? Yeah. Looking right into your lenses there, you know. But we believe in our Father. We got nothing to hide, ultimately.
We got nothing to hide, then why are you interrogating us right now?
We live in a country. We have rights. We're citizens of the United States. We have a right to privacy.
Wait, they said they weren't part of the United States, so this is really confusing now.
This property is actually part of a different nation than the United States of America. And in the United States of America.
Oh, really?
It's really confusing to me too. Literally nothing that they've told us today has made any sense at all.
He's walking off. You know why he's walking off?
Why?
I'll tell you why he's walking off. Because he has 2.5 million viewers on TikTok. And he's worried that he's going to lose his reputation.
They still think that everything they're doing is morally correct and that Papa H, you just can't see that because you have too many followers. You're choosing followers over doing the morally correct thing and being racist
and he's going to lose his reputation, and then what does he lose?
That's scary. I mean,
his livelihood,
a
right?
big thing. That's everything we have.
What does he lose if he loses those people? Guess what?
Everything.
He loses his livelihood, right?
He loses everything. It's not just...
So was it really worth it for you all to come here and be dishonest in order to try to gain money?
I think it's classic. They're interrogating us, but they still think out of all this that my name is still Papa H and I have those 2.3 million followers.
Papa H here. If you're abusing your kids, don't. No.
So now at this point, I think Lydia's like, she's realizing that anything we're saying, we're still getting interrogated. So she just wanted to question them even more, even though we didn't really want her to do this because like, how are we going to gain their trust back if we're like attacking them? But you know, she's doing it anyways and we're going with it.
For me, the money, they were saying that I should come here and save everyone.
Save everyone? By taking a video?
No, by kind of like studying and, you know, like coming up with a plan.
Coming up with a plan to save everyone.
What does that mean?
Because they were saying that everyone here is brainwashed.
Everyone is brainwashed.
Which one? To you?
I don't know.
But then he wanted to ask Lydia the same question because like anything the cult believes, like they really, really believe that. They think anyone else that's not them is evil. So like...
But I have a question. Are you brainwashed?
I could be.
You might be, might you? You might be brainwashed into believing that people are brainwashed.
Yeah.
How do you know who's brainwashed?
He just wanted to put the question back on Lydia because he genuinely believes that like we're all brainwashed. Like the cult's not brainwashed, we are.
Papa H, and I'm just thinking that churches should accept gay marriage.
So after this, like Ben kept hearing them talk about like the sheriff's coming. So like
we wanted to milk this out for as long as possible before the sheriff gets here.
But we don't want the sheriff to come because like we don't want to lose our spy cameras and our hard drives and stuff like that.
So I decided to just like take off and leave at this point.
Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Hey, where are you going? Come back. Come here and sit down.
So even though like the guy was being really aggressive, like didn't want Ben to leave, he didn't care.
So I grabbed my bags and I just take off running.
Bob Marley told me $100. Bob Marley out. I failed the mission.
So once I leave, that's cue for Lydia to leave.
Oh shit, everyone's leaving.
So now Lydia's rushing to her room really quick to get her bags and get out of there. But the cult members seem to not want Lydia to leave, and it starts being really uncomfortable.
Just hold tight. You don't need to go.
Okay, you guys are kind of scaring me.
Well, you should be scared.
Why? I mean, like, I don't know if I want a cult to, like, tell me to stay put.
The sheriffs are on the way to talk to you.
Okay, the sheriffs can come, but I don't want to stay, like, in your property right now. I don't want you guys to, like, lock the doors on me. Okay, well, Ben's still back there. I hope he's going to be okay, because, dude, Danny grabbed his shit and just left.
So when I left, I went to the nearest gas station, kind of across the street, and I went inside to hide.
Cover is blown. Cover is blown. I'm at the Shell station. Cover is blown.
And I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, when is Ben and Lydia gonna show up here? I'm kind of just waiting for you guys.
I just grabbed all of my shit and I'm now leaving.
So I'm at the gas station and I'm hiding inside, but I see Lydia now at the gas station and she's talking to someone. And I didn't know if the cult followed her to the gas station, so I didn't want to go outside. Turns out I was wrong and she ended up asking a stranger for a ride.
Hi. Okay, so you know there's a cult down there in the down the street, the Yellow Deli?
I'm not familiar with the area that much.
Okay, I was wondering where you're going. Can you give me a ride just like a few blocks down? Because those people are like kind of coming after me. Like,
Where do you
leave.
want to ride down to?
Just any, like even a cafe or whatever.
Yeah, you can get it.
Okay, thank you.
So then I'm kind of like, oh, dang, like I could have took that ride with her, but I thought it was one of the cult members.
Okay, found out everyone's split up. So I'm hiding right here on this at the Shell station right across from the cult. Ben, apparently they're following Ben. I need to go pick up Ben.
So I'm about a quarter mile away from the tribe now, and I look behind me and see two guys about my age also running after me.
Shoot, they're following me.
I honestly think I was too scared to like film them because I was like, this would be great footage right now, but like if I waste time filming them, they could catch up to me and get the footage. And I don't know the area. It's just a bunch of farms. So I'm hopping over fences, just running through random people's farms, and they're still following me. So eventually I turn a corner, and before they can see, I just hide behind this pile of mulch. I'm hiding behind this pile of mulch, and they are literally about to find me.
Listen, they're two fastest guys after me. There's like two kids in their 20s. And they said, those are the two people they said after me. I have on my luggage with all the spy cameras in it. So they can definitely outrun me. The only reason I made it is because I got a head start.
So when I'm hiding behind this wall at this gas station, like I'm getting texts from Lydia and Ben, like Ben's like, come get me. Lydia's like, you have to go get Ben, get an Uber and go. Ben sent me his location. I was just trying to call an Uber. But the Ubers weren't working. And so like, I'm still hiding because I feel like the cult's trying to find me. Then Ben's still hiding because the cult's trying to find him. And it's just a full, like intense, like very uncomfortable situation. And then Lydia ends up calling me an Uber, thankfully, and get in the car as fast as possible. And I'm going to Ben's location. I wonder how he's doing. So I'm in the Uber. It's kind of taking a little bit to get there. Like Ben ran far, but
right before they got me, I like hop in the Uber, we get away, and
I was on like a crazy adrenaline high. So to not freak out the Uber driver, because if I tell him we're hiding from a cult, he might drop me off because he doesn't want to be a part of it. So I said, hey, we're playing a game of tag.
I picked up Ben from the Uber. You seen that movie Tag? That's what we're playing.
Yeah, so we told the Uber driver, the people that we're going against in tag, they're wearing plaid shirts. Those are the ones that are trying to find us. So let us know if you see any, and to not freak out our driver, we thought that was the best way. Just a friendly game of tag.
Dude, we got it ducked because we're in the game.
They might be staking out.
Yeah.
If they follow us, we lose the game.
Yeah, we lose the game.
Yeah, we're kind of just running around the whole city of Boulder right now, just trying to avoid anyone in plaid.
So we were in the Uber for like 20, 30 minutes. We get out of the car. We meet Lydia at this restaurant, and it was just like the butterflies just were all gone, and we were just so stoked we got out of this.
Holy shit, dude. What the fuck?
Yay, we made it!
I literally got in this random person's car and he had his baby in the backseat. And I was like, please, the call's coming after me, just drive me. And he was like, okay, get in.
But we still didn't feel safe, so we ended up going to like a more secure location, and Ben really wanted to hide.
We're scared that 12 Tribes is going to find us. So this is what Ben did. He found a high line. He's going across the other side to hide. There he is.
So Ben's gonna
the other side to hide. There he is.
So Ben's gonna go camp out on the other side, but you guys probably think this is the end. Nope. I mean, Reckless Ben he's reckless. He's like, dude, I think it would be crazy if we go back. But you're gonna have to wait for the next
Starting today, anyone can monetize with ads as part of the all-new Beehive ad network.
We're going back.
Dude, I'm so nervous. I'm getting nervous actually now too, dude.
But before this video, see, this video is for educational, documentary purposes.
And this video is allowed on YouTube.
We don't support anything the cult is saying, and we're just trying to shed light and get the information out there. So hopefully we can help someone, save someone, and just take down this disgusting, evil cult.
We're taking them down, Danny!
Yeah, for good. But let's get into the video. So to recap, YouTuber Reckless Ben and I, we've been infiltrating the same cult that we did in California called the 12 Tribes, but we flew all the way to Colorado to re-infiltrate it with fake names and a fake backstory.
I'm Bob.
Hi, I'm Logan.
What's your name?
I'm Harry, but I go by Papa H.
Okay.
But the only thing is, in the last episode, they caught our spy glasses, the spy pen. They threatened to call the sheriff.
Sheriffs are on the way back.
Some of the cult members started chasing Ben.
Hey, where are you going? Come back.
Bob Marley told me 100,000 followers. Bob Marley out.
We got out of there. It got really sketchy and we got kicked out.
Okay, you guys are kind of scaring me.
Well, you should be scared.
And in the last episode, the cliffhanger was, we're gonna go back.
We're going back.
Dude, I'm so nervous. I'm getting nervous actually now too, dude.
Obviously, this cult is like pretty pissed at us. They called the sheriff on us yesterday. So if we're gonna go back, we need to have a really good backstory to get them to try and accept us back in. So we came up with a pretty good backstory. We told them that... Yeah, we went up to our manager, Mike, we're like, hey, we don't appreciate what you were doing, and we don't appreciate you were using us to like expose you guys, you know what I mean? Our manager, Mike, the guy who's behind this.
He told us that he wanted us to come here on a special mission.
Their manager
Mike
sent them to the Yellow Deli.
He gave us the glasses.
That we're no longer with them. We turned on them, and now we're on the same side as this cult, and we're against Manager Mike now.
Our manager fired us and we broke the glasses.
And we even had a video as proof.
Show.
Hey Mike, I figured out what you were doing. You were using us to spy on this good community that's doing a good thing for children. These are the glasses you gave me? These are harder to break than I thought. That's what I think about the glasses. You're fired. I'm fired? Oh man, I don't know what to do now, okay. So Mike fired us.
It's really funny because Ben and I are just walking in Colorado and we just see this random guy and he played that part perfectly, but the cult doesn't need to. So now that Mike fired us, they invited us in.
Come on in. You coming in? I'm waiting for someone, so. Okay. Yeah.
But then I started getting second thoughts because I heard a member say, call the sheriff. And for some reason, I just had this really bad feeling. Dude, I didn't go inside. I fully got scared and
I'm not going back.
I went to go run to the coffee shop where Lydia was hiding with all of our luggage, but I tagged her in.
Logan, I'm tagging you in. I pussied out. I got too scared.
Huh?
I got too scared. You didn't tag in.
Did you go?
It seems so sus to me.
In my mind, I'm just like, if the sheriff comes, I'm just eating at their restaurant. Like, I didn't really do anything wrong. I'm just eating food.
I was not thinking like that, and I was just so scared.
Where's Ben?
Sitting down eating, but like, I accidentally said that again right away.
You accidentally called me Ben again, so now they're like,
Should it be Ben or Bob?
is it Ben or is it Bob? And I'm like, well, if I want to gain their trust back, I might as well just tell them my name's Ben, and maybe that'll just gain their trust, I guess.
So my real name is Ben, but for the mission or whatever, he told me to go by Bob.
It's just further proof that I'm going against Mike, you know? And that way, it's like they think that we're on their side.
Nobody's named Bob. Nobody's named Bob?
I actually looked it up because I wanted to see how many people are named Bob anymore. I think there's only like 10 babies born last year named Bob. So I mean, he is on to something. He's right, kind of.
So now Lydia took my place and she shows up.
Hi, Bob already arrived? Yeah. Oh, sick.
Yeah.
And then they started asking about me.
We don't know where Harry went. Was Harry planning on coming in, do you think?
I don't know. He honestly thinks you guys were like, they're gonna poison my food.
I did think that actually, dude. I didn't know what they were capable of after the last video, like of all that drama of them questioning us and kicking us out, dude. I really did think something was gonna happen.
Alright, we're fired. It's like, we're fired.
money's not a thing anymore. I'm free to be open with you now, you know?
The more we talk down against Mike, the more we gain their trust, because it's what we learned in like freshman year of history class was like, it doesn't matter if two people are friends with each other. They're already going to be friends if they just have a common enemy. I think that's what my history teacher told me is like, two people with a common enemy are just automatically friends. So if we can just have a common enemy like Mike, our TikTok manager, then now they're going to see us as their friends, just human psychology. Now that we've gained their trust, we want to see what their perspective is, why they think everyone hates them so much.
So where did these allegations come from?
Where did we get what?
Like, why do people accuse you?
Yeah, why do people say you're like racist, and why do people say that?
Well, I don't know, because why did they nail
Jesus to the cross?
Yeah, they didn't like him. Because he was too perfect, right? He was too perfect, and they weren't. He was going, no, listen, this is the word. This is the word.
They just think that they're so perfect that because they're too perfect that people are just going to hate them for it. You know, kind of like the Kardashians. Like, everyone hates the Kardashians. Like, Justin Bieber was kind of the voted most #1 hot person, like, back in, like, 2011 or something, and everyone hated Justin Bieber. So I think they think that they're, like, similar. We're too perfect, and everyone's just going to hate us because of that, you know?
It's pretty clear in the Bible that whoever seeks to depart from evil makes himself a target. So, we're a target, maybe.
Yeah, see, they're saying they're a target. So they're saying we're trying to get away from evilness, and now we're a target to people, you know? And so now people are going to target us.
Hey, you said you guys live with like black people, so obviously you guys aren't racist, so...
Oh, I just wanted to gain their trust, so I was just kind of like, yeah, you guys can't be racist, even though, like, they're super racist.
I mean, we said this in the last episode, but like...
This sounds like back in the day when they were slave owners. The slave owners would be like,
yeah, we're not racist. We live with our slaves.
And so we live on the same property as our slaves. That's proof we're not racist.
I don't even know how people come up with this stuff.
It's crazy when they say this, because if we didn't get the spy footage in California of Nathaniel saying all that crazy stuff about black people, probably anyone that isn't us would probably believe them. Yeah. But like, we know they're died.
Black people are living under their care. They're taking care of you. They're feeding you. They're putting you in bed, washing your clothes. What are you disobey them? You have all these like black people like all over. Just look at what happened. It's just chaos in society.
We gained their trust so much that he trusts you with this.
People accuse me of being a Nazi. I'm right there next to my Mexican buddy.
Yeah, they could just say it, but it's because we know the truth.
And now stuff's coming forward about them now.
Yeah. We're the ones to finally do it.
Look at even what happened in the Holocaust. It's all communicated by the Jews. You know, it's just been a lesson for the Jews. But really, they're trying to communicate this victim thing. Like, we're just victims of, you know? Yeah, Hitler didn't like that very much.
Hitler didn't like the fact that they complained when they were getting gas.
So they come up and they say, hey, you guys hate the Jewish, and you can just say, no, we don't hate Jewish people. It's like, oh, problem solved.
Yeah. In school they teach that it's like Hitler's the most evil person that's ever existed and stuff. And
well, that's the point of view the Jews communicated. You know?
As you can see, it seems like they're taking the side of Hitler.
So this guy, even though you told them your name's Ben, he's still talking to your fake character, and he still thinks that's you, though.
For the record, I liked who you were. I liked who you were. You know?
And he's talking about how he likes that version of Bob.
Yeah, Bob the racist, the person that like society would hate. Yeah, because that was kind of the experiment from the start, was like I was going to go in as like a person that like they would probably love, but society would hate. Yeah, people say it's like offensive if I say a woman belongs in the kitchen, but I'm like, no, if she's a woman, like she belongs in the kitchen. But like, don't tell it to Papa H.
Well, you're right. That is the normal function, I will tell you, of a woman to work in the kitchen.
And then we set you in as someone that like is like a model citizen, but like they would probably hate you.
Papa H here. If you're a woman and think you need to be in the kitchen, it's 2022 now. You can do whatever you want. No one's forcing you to be in the kitchen. If you want to be in the kitchen, be in the kitchen, but no one's forcing you to.
And the experiment was like, who are they going to like more? And like, I guess finally we get our answer now is...
Yeah, they like you, dude.
They like me. So then the guy invites us back to the farm because I guess we fully gained his trust back. So mission accomplished. So he's like, yo, like as proof I want you to come back to the farm. Like, here, I'll pay for your food. We see you as one of us now again.
Where do we pay at? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You weren't scared at all when he said that they're going to put some poison in it?
I mean, yeah, I was scared.
So Ben and Lydia come back to the coffee shop where I was just hanging out, like watching everyone's luggage.
It was free.
Why?
Tell me
They
exactly.
said we can come back and stay at their farm tonight because Mike is gone.
Okay, would they fully gain their trust, dude?
I just can't believe you were able to gain their trust back. Like, I'm like mad at myself that I didn't just stay at the restaurant. Like, I literally like just was so scared. And I still think they could have poisoned the food. But I mean, if my friends are gonna die, I might as well die with them. So I had to try the food as well. So you're probably thinking, like, is this the end of the series? No, we have the best and final episode next. We're taking over the restaurant, the legal loophole. We're gonna make the Yellow Deli not a cult anymore. And that's all I gotta say. Yellow Deli, 12 tribes, you're done. And that's the next episode. Thank you so